guys, what is up? It is I, the Concrete Catwalk, and I want to say welcome back to my channel. If you are a new viewer, then I want to say welcome. I am a reseller who specializes in selling gently owned, pre-loved, vintage clothing, shoes, accessories, you name it. And if you haven't already, you can go and head over to my closet. My closet is Concrete Catwalk on Poshmark, and you can check out some of the things that I have. You can also go ahead and you can follow me on Instagram, on IG. I am the Catwalks Concrete. Feel free to DM me over there. If there is something you see in my closet that you are interested in, by all means, shoot me a message and together we can work it out so that you can get it before somebody else does. For all of you who are my catwalkers and subscribe, welcome back. Today, honey, we are going to get into something that I think a lot of people can resonate with. And if you are in the business of selling clothes, I don't care what it is, online, we all have had instances where we've had to do this particular thing, and I don't think any of us can say that we love it or hate it. It is just something that comes with the territory. So we are going to get into it. And that topic today, what we're going to talk about in a little bit of detail, this crops up in, are many. And you know what that is? We are going to talk about the difficult customer, honey. We're going to talk about that girl or that guy or that person who, for whatever reason, the answer that you prescribe is not enough. Okay? So, let me take a little sip. No, I'm not sponsored, but Nespresso, if you want to, I welcome it. So anyway, we're going to get into a few types of difficult customers online that you can encounter. And like I always say in all of my videos, this is strictly my channel, my opinions. What you choose to do with my advice is totally up to you. I'm just here to share my experience as an online reseller on multi-platforms, and cumulatively, these are experiences that have happened to me over the many years that I've been doing this. So let's get into it. This is about how to handle this. How do you handle a person who is a difficult at best, undecisive at least. Let's just start with that person who is the know-it-all. That person who, when they see your particular listing and they are interested in it, they want to tell you more about it than what they think you know. That is your know-it-all customer. That's the person who could potentially send you a question and challenge you about, oh, well, did you know this, and what? Okay. So apparently I must know something because it's listed. And this is the type of person who, for whatever reason, they're going to speak their mind and they're going to tell you from A to Z. And one of the ways that I have learned to deal with this type of person is, seriously, with them, you got to cut them off at the pass. You just have to say, yes, thank you so much. And are you interested in the item? I appreciate, what you've said about it. Are you interested in it? I have learned it's better to cut them off at the pass. Give them a little bit of praise. Oh, thank you for the information. And then all of that is totally not necessary. And I think what it does is it allows you to move on quickly and make a determination of, is this person truly interested or are they just trying to throw darts? And let you know that they know because you know and we know, and yeah. Don't do that. Clip that before it even gets out the gate. Interesting, because usually when you have a person who's a know-it-all, segue into this type of customer that you can get. And this type of person really bothers me. The person, not only are they a know-it-all, but they can be a little aggressive. They can be very like, well, what is this? And what is that? And how's it? And you can feel it through whatever question it is that they send to you. You can feel the aggression literally through the email just coming through. Like, you know, their intent is to be like a strong arm. And I'm like, well, do you actually think that that's going to persuade me to either want to have an interaction with you or to perhaps negotiate with you? No. So my handling of a person like this is I do one of two things. If I see that the dialogue is starting to get a little aggressive, I will no longer engage with the person. I'll just go silent. I won't engage because I feel like my sanity is much more important than selling this particular whatever it may be to this individual to avoid any further unnecessary interactions or headaches with the transaction later. I would just no sale. No ma'am, no sale. Moving on. Funny enough, because I think everybody who's sold on any platform has had situations where, you know, you're looking and you see a person, you know, this is specific to Poshmark. They're loading stuff into bundles, taking stuff out of the bundle, and then, you know, they may get down to 2 or 3 things, and then all of a sudden, oh, boom, you have a sale. You're like, oh my God, great. Whew. Okay, good. So, not less than a minute later, 2 minutes later, here comes the email. Well, do you mind canceling the transaction? I thought about it and that I saw in another, wherever it may be, another closet or something similar, and I just think, you know, I was just a little too Did I tell you to buy it? I didn't tell you to buy it. So why are we here? So normally, if a person is extremely overzealous about an item, or I notice that there's quick bundles, I'll immediately send a comment to the person and say, hey, you know, if you're interested in these, you know, let's talk about it, to try and disrupt that pattern, because that is the worst feeling in the world when someone has gone through your closet or gone through your listing and said, this is the item or these are the items that I want, and then they go the full gamut, pay, and then all of a sudden it's, can you cancel this? So I usually try to cut that off, and I try to engage the person immediately, especially if I see that build up. I don't want to go through the dynamics of wasting my time and them wasting theirs if it's a situation where we know clearly that they're just, you know, it's like when you go to the store and your eyes get bigger than your stomach and you start putting it and you realize, I don't need all this. So cut that off. Engage them and say, hey, is there something that you're super interested in? And maybe it's one thing out of the 3, or maybe whatever. But the last thing you want is a wasted transaction. Engage them quickly so that you can stop that behavior and you won't end up having to go through and do relistings on things that they decided that they didn't want, because that is truly a waste of time on both sides. Speaking of, sometimes you end up with a person who, you know, they want the best deal ever. They want whatever it is that they can get and grab, and they want you to just be like, you know, if I have it listed for $250 and you come at me with, oh, I think I'm going to offer you $75. Do you think that's happening? Because I know that's not happening. So no, let's not do that. I can understand wanting the best deal out there, but let's be realistic. As a seller, I think that my time, energy, and efforts deserve to be compensated with all due respect and within reason. So I would think that if I were a buyer, I'm going to be fair too. I'm not going to throw something out there and think that this person's going to take me seriously. You going to take me serious with that? Okay. Last person I want to talk about in this world of online consumers, especially in this thrift world, is very pessimistic about what they're about to receive. They're like, oh, well, I hope, it says the way you described it, the way you said it. Da, 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 da. Let me tell you something. If I put it out there and I tell you it's this, it's this, it's this, it's this, it's this, it's this, and you cannot process one way or the other if this is good for you or not good for you, or the condition is going to meet your needs or not, don't do that. Let's not go down that road, because it takes a lot to sit there, list effectively, put it out there, it's ready to go, trying to be due diligent, making sure everything is spelled out, for someone to come along and be like, oh, well, I bought your item and I hope it is what it says it is when I... Stop it. Stop. So, long story short, when you're out there, you've got your stuff online, be ready for these types of buyers. It is no disrespect to the buyer, because you want a fair interaction. But please, buyers, please remember that myself, I am a small to moderate size business, and I'm a one-woman show. And I think that a lot of us who do this are just one man or one woman shows. And the least anybody could do is to show respect and courtesy and all of those things that go with it when you're engaging with someone online. Let's just have normal discussions about things if it's something that you're interested in. It's no need for all of those things that I just described when going back and forth over an item. Seriously, it's not. But anyway, I just wanted to drop a little bit of that on you about my experiences with the types of buyers that I have said so described. Let me know in the comments below what your interactions have been with folks in the online marketplace with your business. So, as always, do me this: like, comment, and subscribe. Tap that bell so that you can get notifications each time that I post a new video. I post weekly, usually every Sunday, and so you don't miss out. Go ahead and subscribe to my channel and follow me too. Also, you can follow me on Instagram. You can also follow me on Poshmark. On IG, I am the Catwalks Concrete, and on Poshmark, I am Concrete Catwalk. So, let me know your thoughts, your experiences. I always welcome questions too. And on that note, I want to say Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays to all of you in the viewing audience. Thank you for watching. Love you all, and see you next Sunday.